Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that goes deeper than just relationships. It's about building a life so full of purpose, confidence, and authenticity that anyone in your life feels blessed to share it with you. When we ask, how do you make her scared of losing you? The answer isn't about manipulation or control. It's about becoming the kind of person she would never want to live without. Your worth is not determined by someone else's opinion, validation, or the attention they give you. It's rooted in something far deeper: your identity, your values, and the unique qualities that make you who you are. Too often, people enter relationships without a clear understanding of their own value, and as a result, they find themselves seeking constant reassurance, chasing approval, or fearing rejection. But here's the truth: your worth isn't something you have to earn. It's something you must recognize, embrace, and embody. When you understand your worth, you stop living as if you're waiting for someone to affirm it. You carry yourself differently. Your posture changes, your energy shifts, and your interactions are no longer rooted in insecurity or desperation. Instead, they come from a place of confidence and self-assurance. This kind of confidence isn't arrogance, it's peace. It's knowing that you are enough as you are, regardless of external circumstances. Recognizing your worth begins with self-awarenesses. Take the time to reflect on who you are and what you bring to the table. What are your strengths? What are the qualities that make you unique? Perhaps it's your kindness, your ambition, your sense of humor, or your creativity. Maybe it's your ability to listen, to solve problems, or to encourage others. These qualities aren't small things. They're gifts that make you valuable. When you start to see yourself through this lens, you'll realize that you have so much to offer, and you won't feel the need to settle for anything less than you deserve. Another key aspect of understanding your worth is setting boundaries. Boundaries are not walls that shut people out. They're healthy limits that protect your well-being and ensure mutual respect in any relationship. When you know your value, you don't allow others to take advantage of you or treat you poorly. You have the strength to say no when something doesn't align with your values or standards. This doesn't mean you're unkind or unwilling to compromise. It means you respect yourself enough to prioritize your needs and maintain your dignity. People who understand their worth don't just demand respect, they give it as well. They respect themselves by taking care of their physical, mental, and emotional health. They invest in their personal growth, whether that's through education, hobbies, fitness, or pursuing their passions. When you pour into yourself, you become someone who is not only self-sufficient, but also inspiring to others. This is why understanding your worth is so attractive. It creates a sense of independence and confidence that draws people in. It's also important to recognize that understanding your worth doesn't mean you're perfect or that you never make mistakes. Everyone has flaws and areas they can improve, but knowing your worth means you don't let your imperfections define you. You accept yourself as a work in progress, and you have the courage to learn, grow, and become the best version of yourself. This mindset allows you to approach relationships from a place of abundance rather than fear. When you truly understand your worth, it changes how you show up in relationships. You no longer settle for breadcrumbs or tolerate behaviors that make you feel small. Instead, you hold out for connections that are built on mutual respect, love, and admiration. This doesn't mean you expect perfection from others, but you do expect effort, honesty, and reciprocity. And because you've built a strong foundation within yourself, you're able to give the strong foundation within yourself. You're able to give the same in return. People are naturally drawn to those who know their value because it creates a sense of stability and confidence. When you walk into a room with a sense of purpose, people notice. When you speak with assurance, people listen. And when you treat yourself with respect, others follow suit. This is the power of understanding your worth. It doesn't just change how you see yourself, it changes how the world sees you too. In the end, knowing your worth is not about making others fear losing you. It's about living in a way that shows you value yourself. It's about building a life that reflects your standards, your passions, and your goals. And when you do that, you won't have to convince anyone to stay. They'll want to be a part of the incredible journey you're on. Living with purpose is about more than just existing. It's about finding a deeper meaning in what you do and aligning your actions with a vision that inspires you. Purpose gives your life direction and momentum. It pushes you to grow, to strive for excellence, and to make a meaningful impact in the world around you. When you live with purpose, you wake up every day with a sense of excitement because you know what you're working toward, and that passion is contagious to those around you. The first step to living with purpose is discovering what truly matters to you. Purpose is personal. It's not something someone else can define for you. It's rooted in your passions, your values, and your unique talents. Ask yourself, what makes you feel alive? What activities make time seem to fly by? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? The answers to these questions often point toward your purpose. It may take time and introspection to uncover, but once you do, it becomes the foundation for everything else in your life. Purpose isn't just about grand gestures or lofty ambitions. It's about showing up fully in every moment. It's about being intentional in how you spend your time and energy. When you live with purpose, you're not easily distracted by things that don't align with your goals. You prioritize what matters and let go of what doesn't. This kind of focus creates clarity, and clarity leads to confidence. When others see you moving through life with determination and focus, they'll recognize that you're someone who knows where they're going, and that's incredibly inspiring. Living with purpose also means embracing challenges and setbacks as part of the journey. When you're pursuing something meaningful, you're bound to encounter obstacles. But purpose gives you the resilience to keep going even when things get tough. It reminds you why you started and keeps you grounded in your why. This ability to persevere, to rise after failure, is what separates those who merely wish for a better life from those who create one. Purpose isn't static. It evolves as you grow. What drives you today may not be the same thing that drives you 5 years from now, and that's okay. The important thing is to stay connected to your inner compass and be willing to adapt. As you gain new experiences and insights, your understanding of your purpose deepens and your path becomes even clearer. This constant evolution keeps your life dynamic and exciting. One of the most beautiful aspects of living with purpose is the way it positively impacts your relationships. When you're clear about your goals and values, you attract people who align with your vision. Purpose creates a sense of direction, and people are naturally drawn to those who know where they're headed. In a romantic relationship, this becomes especially important. When you live with purpose, you inspire your partner to pursue their own dreams and grow alongside you. Together, you create a partnership rooted in mutual growth and shared vision. Purpose also fuels your confidence. When you're pursuing something meaningful, you feel a sense of fulfillment that no external validation can provide. You're not waiting for someone else to give your life meaning. You've already found it within yourself. This self-assuredness radiates outward, making you more attractive, more grounded, and more compelling to those around you. Living with purpose doesn't mean every moment of your life will be perfect or that you'll always have all the answers. There will be days when you feel uncertain, tired, or even discouraged. But purpose gives you something to hold on to during those times, a reason to keep moving forward. It's the fire that keeps burning, even in the face of adversity. Ultimately, living with purpose is about creating a life that reflects who you truly are. It's about aligning your actions with your values and striving toward goals that excite and fulfill you. When you live this way, you not only enrich your own life, but also inspire others to do the same. And in that process, you become someone who isn't just surviving, you're thriving. You're living with passion, direction, and meaning. And that's the kind of life no one wants to lose. Investing in yourself is one of the most powerful and transformative things you can do. It's about prioritizing your growth, health, and happiness so that you can become the best version of yourself. When you invest in yourself, you're not only enriching your own life, you're also elevating the lives of those around you. Relationships, careers, and opportunities all flourish when you take the time and effort to build yourself up. It's an act of self-respect that says, I'm worth the effort. The first area to focus on is personal growth. This means expanding your knowledge, skills, and abilities so you can navigate life with confidence and competence. Read books that challenge your thinking. Take courses that help you grow professionally. And explore new hobbies that bring you joy and fulfillment. Every time you learn something new, you add value to your life. This doesn't just benefit you, it makes you more interesting, more capable, and more inspiring to those around you. When you're constantly evolving, you show others that you're someone who takes life seriously and strives to reach their potential. Another crucial way to invest in yourself is by prioritizing your physical health. Your body is your greatest tool, and taking care of it should be a top priority. Exercise regularly, not just to look good, but to feel strong, energized, and capable. Eat a balanced diet that nourishes your body and fuels your ambitions. And don't forget the importance of rest. Sleep is essential for maintaining focus, managing stress, and staying motivated. When you invest in your physical health, you not only look and feel better, but you also build the discipline and self-respect that inspire confidence in yourself and others. Emotional and mental health are just as important as physical health. Investing in yourself means taking the time to understand and process your emotions, identify your triggers, and work on any unresolved issues from the past. This could mean journaling, seeking therapy, or simply creating moments of stillness and reflection in your daily life. When you're emotionally healthy, you're better equipped to handle challenges, communicate effectively, and build strong relationships. Emotional intelligence is a skill that can transform every aspect of your life, and it starts with being honest and intentional about your inner well-being. Investing in yourself also means building financial security. Money may not buy happiness, but it does provide stability and freedom. Create a budget, save for the future, and educate yourself about managing your finances. Financial discipline allows you to pursue opportunities, handle emergencies, and invest in experiences that enrich your life. When you're financially secure, you remove a significant source of stress, allowing you to focus on your goals and aspirations with clarity and confidence. Your environment plays a significant role in your growth, so investing in yourself also means surrounding yourself with people and situations that uplift and inspire you. Choose friends who encourage your growth, mentors who challenge you, and communities that align with your values. Likewise, eliminate toxic relationships or habits that drain your energy and hold you back. By curating an environment that supports your ambitions, you set yourself up for success and make room for positivity and progress to flourish. I would encourage you to take a look at my free YouTube camp. Another powerful way to invest in yourself is by setting goals. Clear, actionable goals give your life direction and purpose. They help you stay motivated and focused, and they provide a sense of accomplishment when achieved. Whether your goals are related to your career, health, relationships, or personal development, make them specific and measurable. Break them down into smaller steps and celebrate each milestone along the way. Investing in yourself means believing in your ability to achieve great things and consistently taking steps toward making them a reality. Lastly, invest in your happiness. Life isn't just about achieving goals. It's about enjoying the journey. Take time to do things that bring you joy, whether it's traveling, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing a creative passion. Learn to appreciate the little things and cultivate gratitude for what you already have. When you invest in your happiness, you radiate positivity and attract good energy into your life. Investing in yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. When you pour time, energy, and resources into your own growth, you become stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled. You position yourself to handle challenges with grace, seize opportunities with confidence, and build relationships that are meaningful and lasting. The most successful people in life understand that their greatest asset is themselves, and they treat themselves as such. So take that class, hit the gym, save that money, and book that therapy session. Keep striving to grow, learn, and improve. When you invest in yourself, you not only elevate your own life, but you also set the standard for how others should treat you. And that's a gift that keeps on giving. Creating emotional depth is about fostering a genuine connection with yourself and with others. It goes beyond surface level interactions and taps into the heart of what makes us human, our emotions, vulnerabilities, and shared experiences. Emotional depth is what transforms relationships into meaningful bonds, and it's what allows you to navigate life with empathy, authenticity, and a greater understanding of yourself and the world around you. Developing this depth is not only enriching, but it also sets the stage for lasting and fulfilling connections. Those are relationships where the biggest wins are, with the people and the planet around you. The foundation of emotional depth begins with self-awareness. To connect deeply with others, you must first understand your own emotions, triggers, and patterns. This involves taking the time to reflect on your feelings and why you react the way you do in different situations. Journaling, meditating, or simply pausing to process your emotions can help you uncover your inner world. When you become more attuned to your feelings, you gain clarity about what you need, what you value, and how you want to show up in your relationships. This self-awareness is the first step in creating a deeper emotional presence. Equally important is vulnerability. The courage to open up and let others see your authentic self. Emotional depth isn't about perfection, it's about honesty. It's being willing to share your fears, dreams, and insecurities without the fear of judgment. Vulnerability creates a safe space for others to do the same, fostering trust and intimacy. When you're open about your struggles and victories, you show others that you're human, and this authenticity strengthens the emotional bond between you. Vulnerability may feel risky, but it's essential for building relationships that are both genuine and meaningful. Listening deeply is another key element in creating emotional depth. So often, people listen to respond rather than to truly understand. Deep listening means being fully present in the moment, setting aside distractions, and focusing on what the other person is saying, not just with their words, but also with their tone, body language, and emotions. It's about validating their feelings, showing empathy, and making them feel seen and heard. When you listen in this way, you create an emotional connection that goes beyond words, making the other person feel valued and understood. Another aspect of emotional depth is the ability to manage and express your emotions in a healthy way. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending to be unbothered. It means recognizing your emotions, processing them, and expressing them constructively. For example, instead of lashing out in anger, you can communicate your feelings calmly and assertively. Emotional regulation shows maturity and allows for more productive conversations, even during conflicts. It also demonstrates to others that you're in touch with your emotions and capable of handling them responsibly. Emotional depth also requires empathy, the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes and understand their perspective. Empathy allows you to connect with others on a deeper level because it bridges the gap between your experiences and theirs. It's not about fixing their problems or offering solutions. It's about being present with them in their emotions. A simple, "I'm here for you," or "I can only imagine how that feels," can create a powerful connection. Empathy shows that you care, and it fosters trust and emotional intimacy. To create emotional depth, you must also prioritize quality over quantity in your relationships. Depth doesn't come from how many people you know, but from how deeply you know them. This means being intentional about the time you spend with loved ones, engaging in meaningful conversations, and being fully present when you're together. It's about going beyond small talk and diving into discussions about dreams, fears, values, and aspirations. These conversations build the kind of connection that withstands the test of time. Lastly, emotional depth is a continuous journey. It's not something you achieve once and for all. It's something you cultivate over time. Life's challenges and experiences will continue to shape you, offering opportunities to deepen your understanding of yourself and others. The more you grow emotionally, the richer your relationships will become. You'll find that emotional depth not only strengthens your connections with others, but also brings a greater sense of fulfillment and purpose to your own life. In the end, creating emotional depth is about being present, being vulnerable, and being willing to connect on a level that goes beyond the surface. It's about showing up fully in your relationships, embracing your humanity, and inviting others to do the same. When you approach life with this kind of openness and authenticity, you build bonds that are meaningful, lasting, and transformative. Emotional depth isn't just a skill, it's a way of being that enriches every aspect of your life. Mastering the art of giving and withdrawing is about finding a delicate balance in relationships that fosters respect, admiration, and mutual appreciation. It's the ability to show love, care, and attention while also maintaining your own identity and boundaries. This balance creates a healthy dynamic where both people feel valued and respected, and it ensures that your presence is never taken for granted. It's not about playing games or being manipulative. It's about understanding human nature and cultivating a relationship where both partners contribute meaningfully. Giving is an essential part of any relationship. It's about expressing love and care through your actions, words, and time. Giving can be as simple as listening when your partner needs support, surprising them with a thoughtful gesture, or being there during difficult times. These acts of giving build trust and strengthen the emotional bond between you and your partner. However, it's important that your giving comes from a genuine place, not from a desire to please or gain approval. True giving is rooted in authenticity, not obligation. But while giving is important, it's equally vital to know when to step back, to withdraw. This doesn't mean becoming cold or distant. Rather, it means maintaining your independence and sense of self within the relationship. When you give too much without balance, it can lead to burnout, resentment, or even a dynamic where your efforts are taken for granted. Withdrawing allows you to recharge, refocus, and remind yourself and your partner that you are a complete individual outside of the relationship. Withdrawing also creates space for your partner to step forward. Relationships thrive on reciprocity, and when you constantly give without allowing the other person to contribute, it can create an imbalance. By stepping back occasionally, you encourage your partner to invest in the relationship as well. This creates a dynamic where both people feel valued and motivated to nurture the connection. It's a way of saying, I value you, but I also value myself, which is a powerful message in any relationship. The art of giving and withdrawing is also about setting boundaries. Healthy boundaries are not barriers, they're guidelines that protect your well-being and ensure mutual respect. For example, you might give your time and energy to support your partner, but you also need time for yourself, your hobbies, and your personal growth. By setting these boundaries, you demonstrate self-respect, and in turn, your partner's more likely to respect you as well. One key to mastering this art is communication. When you're giving, express your feelings openly and honestly. Let your partner know that your actions come from a place of love and care. When you're withdrawing, communicate your need for space in a way that is kind and respectful. For example, you might say, "I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed and need some time to recharge. It's important to me that I show up as my best self in this relationship." Clear and honest communication helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures that your actions are not misinterpreted. Another important aspect of this balance is timing. Knowing when to give and when to withdraw requires emotional intelligence and attentiveness to your partner's needs. For instance, during a challenging time, your partner may need more support and attention, and this is when giving is crucial. But in moments of stability, it's okay to take a step back and focus on yourself. The ability to read the situation and adjust your approach is what makes this balance an art. Mastering the art of giving and withdrawing also enhances the sense of appreciation in a relationship. When you're constantly present, your partner might start to take your efforts for granted, not out of malice, but simply because human nature tends to normalize what is consistent. By withdrawing occasionally, you remind them of your value and the unique qualities you bring to the relationship. This doesn't mean creating distance out of spite. It's about maintaining a dynamic where both people remain engaged and appreciative of each other's presence. Ultimately, giving and withdrawing is about cultivating a relationship that is balanced, respectful, and mutually fulfilling. It's about knowing when to lean in and when to step back, ensuring that neither person feels overwhelmed or underappreciated. When you master this balance, you create a dynamic where love and respect thrive, and the relationship becomes a source of growth and joy for both partners. By giving generously but not excessively, and by withdrawing gracefully but not selfishly, you build a foundation of trust, admiration, and mutual effort. This balance is not just the key to a healthy relationship, it's the key to a lasting one. Being unapologetically authentic is about embracing your true self without fear, hesitation, or the need for approval from others. It's a courageous act of self-expression, rooted in the understanding that your worth isn't tied to how well you fit into someone else's expectations. Authenticity means showing up as you are with all your strengths, flaws, and individuality, and refusing to compromise your identity for the sake of acceptance. When you live authentically, you not only empower yourself, but also inspire those around you to do the same. Authenticity begins with self-awareness. To live authentically, you must first know who you are. This requires deep introspection to understand your values, beliefs, passions, and goals. Ask yourself what truly matters to you. What brings you joy? What are your non-negotiables in life? Knowing these answers gives you a solid foundation to build your authenticity upon. It also helps you recognize when you're straying from your true self and enables you to realign with your core identity. But living authentically also means shedding the need for external validation. Many people spend their lives trying to meet societal expectations, fit into specific molds, or gain approval from others. This constant need to please can lead to a life that feels hollow and unfulfilling. When you're authentic, you let go of the pressure to conform and give yourself permission to be who you truly are. You stop worrying about how others perceive you and start focusing on how you perceive yourself. This shift in perspective is liberating and allows you to live a life that feels aligned and meaningful. Being unapologetically authentic doesn't mean you disregard others' feelings or act without consideration. Instead, it means you express yourself honestly while maintaining empathy and respect for those around you. You communicate your needs, desires, and boundaries clearly and without guilt. Authenticity isn't about being confrontational or selfish. It's about standing in your truth while honoring the truths of others. It's a delicate balance that fosters genuine connections and mutual respect. One of the most liberating aspects of authenticity is embracing your imperfections. No one is perfect, and trying to present a flawless version of yourself is both exhausting and unsustainable. When you're authentic, you accept your flaws as part of what makes you unique. You stop hiding behind a mask and allow yourself to be vulnerable. This vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. It's what makes you relatable, approachable, and human. People are drawn to authenticity because it's real and unfiltered, unlike the polished facades we often see in the world. Living authentically also requires courage. There will be moments when your authenticity challenges the status quo or goes against popular opinion. It's not always easy to stand firm in who you are, especially when faced with criticism or rejection. But authenticity is about staying true to yourself even when it's uncomfortable. It's about trusting that the right people will appreciate you for who you are, and that those who don't align with your truth are not meant to be part of your journey. When you live authentically, you attract relationships and opportunities that are aligned with your true self. People who value you for who you are will naturally gravitate towards you, while those who don't will fall away. This filtering process might be difficult at first, but it creates space for deeper, more meaningful connections. Authenticity acts as a magnet, drawing in the right people and experiences while repelling those that don't serve your growth or happiness. Another key aspect of authenticity is the freedom it brings. When you stop pretending to be someone you're not, you release the weight of trying to maintain a false image. You no longer have to second guess yourself or worry about being good enough for others. This freedom allows you to channel your energy into pursuing your passions, living your truth, and creating a life that reflects your values. It's a life of alignment, purpose, and joy. Authenticity also sets an example for others. When you're unapologetically yourself, you give others permission to do the same. Your courage becomes an inspiration, encouraging those around you to embrace their own truths. Authenticity is contagious. It spreads confidence, empowerment, and connection. It fosters an environment where people feel safe to be themselves, leading to deeper and more fulfilling relationships. In the end, being unapologetically authentic is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself and the world. It's a declaration that you are enough just as you are, without the need to prove or justify your worth. It's about living in alignment with your truth and finding joy in being fully, unapologetically you. When you choose authenticity, you create a life that feels true, meaningful, and uniquely your own. And that is a life worth living.